Cool.
Isn't she too short? I mean, like, not short.
What are you trying to say, Juice? Damn.
Yeah,
What are you trying to say?
she's a little too short.
If you were 5'10", you'd be,
I'd be a fucking giant. I'd be taller than most people.
Yeah, for sure. I know Pat saw at least. No, not at all.
Chicks with long legs. What do you consider tall? 5'6"?
5'8", 5'9".
That's a tall chick.
Yeah, 5'9".
Well, easy for you to say you're like 6'1".
No one's taller than me in this town, man. For sure. Yeah, honestly, like I fucking tower everybody. Okay, anyway, ready? Good to go? DP? Producer? All right, 3, 2, 1, episode 666. All right, here we go. Stern Approach Podcast, the Thrash episode, part 2. If you can see my attire, I'm wearing my vest because there's no shows anymore, so I'm looking at the wrong camera already. And Roz also got his vest on right there. Yeah, we're fucking repping because we can't wear these fucking vests anymore. So, might as well wear them now. Still got all the fucking imprints of blood. I think that's from a ghoul show. This is a non-slaughter patch. But yeah, anyway, how you feeling, Dilly?
Great.
We're going to go over Thrash Part 2.
Yes, we are.
We're going to talk about one of your favorite bands now. Newly founded favorite bands, Creator.
Yes.
Yes. Have you been jamming him pretty often?
Yes.
They're part of your regimen now? Hell yeah.
When I'm angry.
Hell yeah. Sweet.
Maybe
How'd you feel about last
out.
episode? Do you feel like you got a lot of knowledge out, knowledge in? How do you feel?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I feel
I learned a lot.
Right.
And I'm continuing to learn.
I feel like once you talk about something, you learn more about it. Like it sticks to you more,
For sure.
For sure. Yeah. So we listened to Sodom before this podcast. What'd you think of them?
Yeah. I think I told you earlier that I listened to a few songs, and that song you played was the one I liked.
Yeah, the song
What
we
was the
played
name
was
of it?
Enchanted Land off of Persecution Media. Very good song. I don't have that one on vinyl yet. But honestly, if you've watched episode 5, you're going to see that we're going to do a new segment called the B-side segment. It's new and improved segment. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And I think Ra is down to put in some of his vinyl. So, yeah, stay tuned for that, too. It might be an even longer video, but hey, you brought...
And a makeup no, just
a makeup tutorial, yeah. A black metal makeup tutorial.
Kidding.
Dude,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
No, but it's been good. We're going to go over Thrash Part 2, so I'm excited.
We're in the German scene.
We're in the German scene, yeah. Well, Germany, I've heard that is one of the best metal countries in the world. I mean, Wacken Metal Fest is...
And why is that?
Because I think it's just a different take on music over there, or at least metal is.
Like their culture?
Maybe.
Most likely. They relate to it.
Yeah.
Relate to it more.
I think so, especially with the whole party scene and stuff. Like, Germans are drinkers. Like, the big four, let's get this out of the way.
Dude.
The big four of German thrash, there's a big four in German, too. There's a Creator, of course, Sodom, Destruction. And Tankard. Which they didn't mention in the...
that one.
Yeah, they didn't mention them in the documentary, but they're a hardcore party band. They're all about drinking beer, literally. I mean, Tankard, the name is Tankard.
When I went to Germany,
yeah,
those fuckers drink
like nothing, right?
Yeah, and they like this big, they down it in like half an hour and then another and another, and they drink all day.
I heard that they don't even they don't get fazed by it at all.
No, they don't. Like, they're just out chilling, hanging out.
It's like drinking water.
Yeah, and then their cities and towns are super clean.
That's good.
You could tell they're very organized.
And you say everyone walks over there, right?
Yeah, or the bicycle.
Oh, right. Damn, that's a different country. The only thing that you mentioned about Europe that I don't think I'd get used to is the ice, like the lack of ice.
Oh, yeah, you don't ask for ice or water. They look at you like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm like, I need fucking ice in my beverage.
Like, we went to
what's wrong with you?
Dude, we went to a club, real quick. We went to a club in Florence, in Italy. Mm-hmm. And we went to this club, and my dumbass, I ordered Crown and Water.
Which is a regular drink here in the States, I must say.
Yeah. They looked at me like, what? Yeah. And I'm like, Crown and Water. And the guy told me, he's like, I don't know what you're asking for. You need to like tell me what it is. I'm like, it's just Crown and water.
Mix them
Agua.
together,
So you know what he did? He got pissed. I guess I offended them. So he gave me a glass of like a shot of Crown, and then a water bottle. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
A shot?
What was Final Guy yours? Spinal was gonna say
Well, I know
something.
in Germany, like if you ask for water, you get club soda.
Oh yeah.
They don't even give you
They don't
tap
give you,
water?
No, they don't give tap water.
Really?
You get club soda.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You ask for a glass of Vasa and you get,
Vasa?
yeah.
What is that?
I think it's a glass of water.
Oh, that's water? Oh, shit. Well, yeah, I never took German. I took French. Waste of time. Oh, wait, that reminds me. In the documentary, there was a dude called Sean Killian. He's the lead vocalist of Violence. They're a Bay Area thrash band. But he's wearing a shirt that says, I just neutered my cat, so now he's French.
Oh.
Signifying that they didn't have any balls. So, yeah, that's a nice non sequitur there. Sean Killian's the shit. A lot of people can't get into Violence, but I love Violence. Anyway.
Back to German.
German
their
thrash.
culture, yeah.
They say Creator is the Metallica of Germany. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do you think like they
really
wipe
like
everyone?
them.
Yeah. What, can I ask you, drew you into the sound? Like, why are they your favorite? What is it about their sound?
It's just so deep. I don't know how to explain it. It's just very deep to me. And it's just not, it's more than just noise, I guess, to me.
Right.
Like, I don't know what it was, but I like the feeling it gave.
It's very heavy.
Yeah.
That's what I like. And the thing about European thrash, at least, it's very fast. Like, the vocals are very fast. Like, I know we listened to a song called Betrayer after last podcast. Like, his vocals, Millie's vocals are super fast.
Oh,
in that
yeah,
song.
I remember.
Like, it's fucking intense. And I think that's what added. I was telling Dilly about this earlier. Death Like Silence, Euronymous' label, that came from a Sodom song from their first album. Yeah. So they had a huge, I think German thrash especially had a huge influence on the black metal scene for
So
sure.
did thrash start in the States?
In the States in 1983.
Oh, okay. And then
Yeah, because that's when that's when the full lengths came out. Like Metallica's full length came out in 83. Slayer's came out in December of 83. And I think Anthrax came out in 84.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Megadeth
crazy
85.
how fast shit travels.
Yeah, and that's how Germans got started over there. Because I mean, tape trading, and that's how the sound got around.
That's true.
And to
That's
Brazil and stuff,
crazy.
which started more of a death metal kind of sound. And yeah, the Brazilians, I for sure credit them for starting at least maybe a heavy first wave of like death metal sounding metal for sure. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, German thrash, fast, intense. Creator, we mentioned Creators, Metallica of Germany, which I definitely agree. And also, they say Celtic Frost had a huge impact on thrash, which I'm not surprised because Tom G. Warrior had his hand in extreme metal in general. Black metal with Hellhammer, extreme thrash with Celtic Frost.
Before we get to that real quick, the fans.
Yeah.
Like American fans versus German fans.
Uh-huh.
I found that interesting that they said that American fans are more judgmental.
Did they really say that?
Yeah.
That went over my head.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That it's more, in the States, it's more about proving yourself.
Wherever.
And in Europe, it's more like everyone just goes and...
Just enjoys the party. Oh, wow, I missed that part.
Yeah, that's what I was like,
Yeah. Well,
what do you think?
That's my mentality. Like, if you know the music and you enjoy the music, you're not there to be an asshole. Yeah, everyone's welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because they were
we
saying...
said before, there is a code and you have to follow it.
Because they were saying that Europeans are more chill and personality-wise, like they're more like...
Laid back.
Yeah, they're not like, oh, you're wearing that fucking shirt, you're a poser, you know?
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. I thought that was interesting and that their lyrics were more political.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely more political outside of the, saying lyrics. Well, not in the early days. Like Sodom's first few albums were very, evil and satanic. It's not until they got to, let's say, Persecution Mania, I would say, they got a little bit political. Then Agent Orange was for sure political. But Creator, yeah, I think their first few albums are more brutal. And then I don't think they got political necessarily, but the other bands for sure a little bit did for sure. Well, not Destruction either. Yeah, I guess, wow, that's interesting. Maybe only Sodom did. They touched on war and stuff. And...
Oh, was it just them then?
Maybe. I'm trying to think, because Tankard has never gone political. Creator... I can't think of any political song off the top of my head, really. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah,
Well,
that's crazy.
the other European bands they mentioned were
Maybe I'm tripping, but yeah.
No,
I didn't think about
actually,
that
well,
one.
you already said it.
What?
Celtic Frost.
Yes.
Switzerland.
Yeah, and you
And then-
really, I think I need to show you some of those songs, Dilly, because honestly,
I've heard
that's
a
the
few,
roots.
and I did like
my
some.
God, Tom G. Warrior's the shit. Yeah,
I
he's
need
the
to
man.
listen more to it.
Yes, please do.
And
You've
then
got a handful of bands.
Canada. How do you say this? Voivod.
Very
Voivod.
technical thrash out of Canada. And also, you need to listen to, all of you need to listen to Annihilator, Razor, Infernal Majesty, and Sacrifice for sure from Canada. Especially Razor. Razor is my favorite Canadian thrash.
Does it
band.
sound different than like US
yeah.
thrash?
Yeah, they're like Evil Invaders especially. It sounds like the production's pretty raw and it's fast. And the singer, Sheepdog McLaren, he had a distinct shriek, like a screech. There's a song called by Razor called Martial Acts, and it's just him screaming for like a minute or like 30 seconds, something like that. Yeah, actually, let me just play a little snippet of that. Yeah, but honestly, Canadian thrash is fucking crazy, and I'm just going to play a 10-second snippet of this song because you guys really need to get into this band. If you're not into Razor, get your life, guys. Have you heard any Canadian thrash, Dilly?
No, I didn't even know Canadian.
Oh, man. There's a lot of great music from Canada. Canada? From
Canada.
Canada. From Canada, yeah. Okay, this is the martial arts, not the martial acts. That's him. That's Sheepdog.
Reminds you of when someone steps on your toe.
Right? Ah, Razor! Yeah, but that's Sheepdog McLaren with Razor, and that's the main reason I ever got into Razor, because his vocals are just so aggressive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
That's intense.
Yeah, so I feel every country has a different brand of thrash metal. Like, they have a different sound. Like in Brazil, for example.
Why do you think that is? Because of culture differences,
Yeah, I think
maybe?
cultural differences. And the lack of equipment, maybe, in some places. Maybe that added to their sound.
True.
Because, sure, the States, I don't know how the other countries work, but, I guess some of them did what they could. Like, for example, last video I showed a Mutilator record. They're from Brazil. And the guitarist at the time, the one I talked about that died, Alexander Magoo, was only 15 years old when they recorded that debut album.
Damn.
15. And he had skill already. Crazy skill.
Little.
Yeah.
That's little.
And John from Dissection was only, I think, 17 when they recorded their first album.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 17, 18, yeah, so. Isn't that insane?
That is. I wish that would have.
But that's gifts, right? Like that's,
Yeah, like that's why I wish that would have happened to me when I was that age.
Yeah, no shit. Like
But
writing
no.
full-length legendary albums at 17, 15, some of these kids. Like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. They're a different breed, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, fucking crazy. But yeah.
I was there fucking dealing with pimples and shit.
Pimples, yeah.
And fucking boyfriends.
And they're
And
fucking...
then they change every month. Well, in high school, because they only last like, what, a month?
Yeah.
Relationships.
If you're lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or like 2 weeks.
When you go through your first heartbreak and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man, those first heartbreaks hurt, huh? But anyways, this is
Yeah,
not a very metal
yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
What the fuck are we saying, Dilly? Talking
By
about heartbreak
90s
and shit.
thrash scene was everywhere. By the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Clash of the Titans tour.
Yes.
Which
it
included...
It emerged from underground and became almost mainstream.
Damn right.
And at Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, Alice in Chains replaced Death Angel because of the whole incident they had.
They had a bus accident which pretty
yeah.
damaged them pretty bad.
Just making sure. Are you down?
Bring it. Just bring it. When I have it here, yeah, just bring it. Yeah. Stay tuned for whatever we just talked about. But yeah, Death Angel apparently suffered a pretty bad bus accident which led Alice in Chains of all fucking bands at the time.
Yeah, and they
to
were like,
fill
what
in.
the fuck? But a lot of the bands respect them for like dealing with all
A
the
lot of
bullying
shit,
and all
yeah.
the bullshit.
And according to Scotty, and they threw piss at them too.
Yeah, but they kept like they still fucking played.
And that's what Scotty and said. Like after that tour, Alice in Chains released their first album, and everyone respected them after that. I don't know how true that is, but Alice in Chains is pretty cool. Like I like their first album; it's pretty sick. But back in the day, I can see how that would happen because there was I mean, just imagine that back in the 90s, early 90s, the 80s are just ending. Megadeth, Slayer, and
I know,
Anthrax.
dude. Yeah.
And then Alice in Chains are thrown in there. I think there was a story I read once that Dave Ellefson and Dave Mustaine used to give him shit for being a glam metal band because they started off as a hair metal band. Originally, Alice in
I didn't know
Chains
that.
and like Dave Mustaine and Dave Jr.
They
as
were
call
more
him.
grunge, right?
Yeah, they developed into a grunge band, but they
Okay.
started off like hair metal, I
Oh,
think. And
okay.
Pantera did too. They weren't thrash originally.
Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, what else do you have, Dilly?
So then that it was like Woodstock,
Mm-hmm.
but usually when there's like huge concerts like that, it's the end of an era.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah,
I
because then
feel it was.
grunge came on. Well,
Yeah.
they came full on, so.
Well, it was a new sound and it was a new wave. Just how thrash
For,
took
I
over
guess,
in the 80s.
mainstream, yeah. Mainstream.
Yeah, because think about it, like heavy metal and thrash took over in the early 80s. So it was only, I guess, natural in some way that a new sound took over. And that was grunge.
Yeah.
But like I said, metal was still going through. Like Megadeth released some strong ass albums in the 90s, like including Holy Wars.
True.
Yeah, fucking it. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
like, it
were
was still
doing good.
occurring. I guess it just wasn't mainstream, like as mainstream as.
Rust in peace, not Holy Wars. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, rust in peace. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But yeah, like. Yeah, it was just like that just happens, and they said that it's because Nirvana happened,
Fucking Nirvana
and
happened.
nobody wanted to book thrash metal shows anymore because the next big mainstream thing was gonna be grunge.
And you know, the most fucked up part I found out about that is how thrash metal bands used to take these bands supposedly out on tour with them to help them out. And when grunge became big, they didn't return the favor, which I didn't like that. That's really shady and fucked up.
That's what they were talking
Yeah,
about.
and I think that's what set the bad blood with that scene, because they didn't repay the favor technically, because
That's fucked up.
it is.
That's
'Cause
really fucked up.
think about it, like Alice in Chains was not a well-known band whatsoever at that time at all.
But they still gave them time.
A chance.
Yeah.
And the fact that some of these bands didn't return the favor, like that's pretty shitty to me. But
Yeah, and they said it was like grunge putting a blanket over metal.
yeah, and that's actually what happened. Like the underground was still alive, but just not as prevalent because I guess the underground became the mainstream for a while.
Exactly, because they said from 93 to 96, media basically killed off
Yeah.
like anything other than grunge or whatever.
Yeah. And I
That's
think once that
crazy.
happened, I think metal went underground again. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
because even magazines,
Yeah.
they fucking,
Forgot about it.
yeah.
They were
that's
the old
crazy.
news. They were like, oh yeah, that's
Hey,
your...
but it's still alive.
It is, alive and well.
Because of you
Yes.
and everyone.
And please support the scene. Support the bands. Buy their music. Listen to them on Spotify. I don't give a shit. They get money. They get a cent. They get 50 cents, whatever. Yeah, listen to their music.
Yes.
I don't think illegal downloads are that prevalent anymore, but just listen to the music, please. Yeah.
The next top, well, so in the documentary, the next thing was Pantera.
Mm-hmm.
That they became platinum during these years, especially the Cowboys from Hell album, and they brought groove to metal,
Right. That's very true.
and Dimebag got
Shot.
shot.
Yeah, he got murdered on
That's
stage.
pretty much all I had on Pantera.
Yeah, Dimebag unfortunately died with his new band, Damage Plan, because Pantera wasn't really together. So he got a new band together, and some dude just got up on stage and shot him.
That's fucking crazy.
It's horrible. Yeah. And I was telling Dilly earlier, I'm not really into Pantera. Their sound just never stuck with me. But I do give them credit because they, you know, held a strong flag for thrash. And they had a lot to do with metal. Like, they supported a lot of acts out there.
I've met a couple people that are huge Pantera
Oh, yeah.
fans.
Pantera's big. It's weird that I'm from Texas. I'm not into Pantera, but it's never clicked for me.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, I'm not into Pantera, but I mean, they have some good songs. Like, I think the only Pantera album I really got to was Reinventing the Steel. Revolution Is My Name is a damn good album. Like, even I can't deny
What year
the
was
riff.
that?
90s, 95,
90s.
96.
Oh,
I
okay,
can't
when
even
they
tell.
were. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really into Pantera to like know their timeline, but that's the only album I own on CD to this day, Reinventing the Steel. So, see, I do like some Pantera, but it's just not in my top anything. It never was, but I know they have a big following.
From
So, I
there,
respect it.
yeah, from there was just
Rest in
about.
peace, Dimebag, by the way.
Yes, rest
Yeah,
in
'cause,
peace.
Yeah, he deserves credit for sure.
But yeah, that after that grunge, and then late 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
new and new metal.
Yeah, there was NU Metal,
Yeah.
which was bands like Slipknot, Mudvayne, Limp Bizkit. Oh, Slate Slap, here we go. Good there, good here. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Yeah, there was bands like Mudvayne, Slipknot going on, Limp Bizkit, System of a Down. And there was also NEW Metal going on, like bands they mentioned was like Killswitch Engage and...
So what do you think of those bands?
Oh, I've never been into any NEW bands, so to speak, like Killswitch Engage and all that shit. I even saw them live when I went to see Mayhem Fest with Slayer and Cannibal Corpse, but I don't know. It just never did it for me, to be honest. Like, not really.
No, not Limp Bizkit.
We
We should put like a meme of
Oh,
him.
God, yeah. Limp Bizkit. I was telling Dilly earlier, Break Stuff is literally the only song I can pretty much tolerate. And Juice brought up the Rolling song.
Yeah,
the Rolling.
And then My
I
Way
didn't
or
even
the-
know that was them.
And then My Way or the Highway.
I didn't even, that
Or
shit.
My
Dilly
Way
played a
with-
snippet of it because I'm like, what fucking song
And
is
then he
that?
was like, stop.
Like, yeah, like we were like a minute into conversation. I'm like, stop that shit. What are you doing? Well, this is just noise at this point.
That's funny.
But see, there is a difference between good new metal and bad new metal and U metal. I'm talking about Slipknot. For sure, I can tell is way better than a band like Mudvayne and shit. Like Mudvayne, I never got into it. I don't like Mudvayne. Nah.
That shit.
No,
Bassist,
I'm sorry.
Have you heard that shit?
No, but I just can't get into it. I'm just saying. But I can tell like Slipknot for sure is my, I guess. And like I said before, some people call Rage Against the Machine NU metal, which I never saw it that way because they don't sound new metal to me.
Really?
Yeah. But some people have said that, which I think is bullshit. I don't
What
think so.
are they?
I don't know. But I don't think they're new metal because they usually have like programming and shit. And that was all Tom Morello on the fucking
I would
six
say they're
strings.
more like fusion. They're like the
Yeah, right.
rap metal.
Yeah, like rap metal. There you go. Rap metal is a good definition.
But they have a
I
bit
guess.
of punk to it too.
They
so-
have metal tendencies for sure. Fucking rap thrown in there. Some of a little bit of not really hardcore, but yeah, punkish beats. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, and they have the attitude, which I'm fucking.
So what do you
bummed.
think of people that were like Limp Bizkit or new metal band?
Oh, like I said, it was a new wave. So it was a new thing. Like I was into Linkin Park. I got into it when I was like 7, so I didn't know any better.
True.
So,
But
yeah, I
they're
still
not.
like some
But they're
Linkin
not.
Park.
New
They're not
metal.
bad. Yeah, they're new metal.
They are.
And new metal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I like their first few albums. Other than that,
They weren't emo?
No.
Suicidal music for sure.
Yeah, I mean
That's what you
they had suicidal lyrical themes, but they weren't emo.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not. They were new metal and but
Okay.
yeah, and that's pretty much the only other band I could get into. But other than that, I don't really delve into it.
So would you say some of these bands are like at the? Because I know they categorize Limp Bizkit with Nickelback.
Yeah. Whoa, Nickelback I think would be NEW metal, but it's
That's
awful.
just
It's
trash.
awful. It's that shit is
It's
Trash.
They're not in the
It's
same
awful.
genre, but if you really had to like tie
Yeah.
them together.
It's just I've seen memes of like
Trash.
Limp Bizkit and Nickelback.
trash,
and-
not thrash.
There you go. Thrash without the H. That's exactly it. Yeah, but everyone has their taste. But yeah, that's let's say you go to a Slayer concert and you hear someone mention Nickelback. That's mighty suspect. That's suspect as fuck. Like, why are you mentioning Nickelback in a Slayer concert? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's limits to this.
BTS.
Like, I'm open for you to have your guilty pleasures and stuff, but there's some do's and don'ts, and that's a don't. You don't mention fucking Nickelback at a Slayer concert, okay? There's fucking standards here. I'm just,
Breathe.
yeah, I'm saying, because a lot of people just, like, go at it. But yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway, what else, Dilly? This is exciting.
And yeah, it's towards the end and turned it. La, la, la. Yeah, that a lot of bands now they turned it into their own sound, but they were very influenced by so many
Yeah.
thrash metal bands.
Yeah, there's bands like Skeleton Witch, Municipal Waste that came after, Rumpelstiltskin Grinder, who else? Toxic Holocaust,
Yeah.
new wave of thrash metal that kept it alive. So fuck yeah.
So what do you think of new thrash metal bands?
I love
Did
some of
ask
it. I love some of it, not all of it. There's
Why not?
Oh, there's some sounds that sound a little repetitive to me.
Oh,
Like, there's
it's
a-
the same shit.
Well, not the same shit, but it's just like something I feel like I've heard before, so it's not my thing. Like, there's one that comes off right at the top of my head that I could never get into. That was thrash as fuck, called "Fueled by Fire." Can never get into that band.
Just laughing.
What about falling in reverse? What does that fall into? Have you heard that?
Falling in reverse?
That's emo.
What?
That's
Oh,
emo?
God. Oh, okay. Rob's shaking his head. No, I have not heard of that at all. Okay, DP taking over. But where were we?
Thrash.
Oh yeah, thrash. Yeah,
Bands
but there's a
today.
lot of other bands that I could get into because I guess like Municipal Waste sounded a lot like DRI, which is another big Texas thrash band. So some of them are really easy to get into, and some of them have a darker, heavier sound. So for sure, yeah. And then some are still going, like Sodom, Destruction. Oh, I have a cool story about Destruction, by the way. I met them once because I bought a
What?
backstage pass
Where?
when they came into town years ago. I bought a backstage pass, and I had to go to work that night. I was working the overnight shift from 12 to 8. Probably shouldn't say this because it's incriminating, but I don't give a shit because it was like 5 years ago. I drank a beer with Destruction, and it was only 4 of us that bought the backstage pass, and I'm like, are people
That's
dumb?
badass.
It was only like $10, you know? Yeah, or something. Like, it wasn't that much. Like, and it was great because it was like Destruction drinking a beer with me. Yeah, talking.
Were they
with
cool
Mike and
dudes?
everything. They were awesome. They were awesome. I still have that picture out there. Destruction for sure is one of the best German thrash bands out there. Definitely. Like Infernal Overkill, a monster album for sure.
So do you think there's gonna be with metal now in general?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll have like another golden age soon?
No.
Or has there been one?
There's
Because
been one.
obviously it happened like in the 80s and
Yeah.
the early 90s it's happened.
Yeah.
But do you think it's going to ever happen to that extent
No.
again?
No, but I feel like the underground is still pretty strong, but it's always going to remain underground from now on.
Why do you think?
Because there's nothing, not necessarily new that's going on, but everything's kind of been heard before in the mainstream. And look at the mainstream now. Metal doesn't really fit in, and I don't think it wants to fit in.
So do
to
you
that.
think it's
Let's-
running out of good
Yeah.
music?
Aside from
No, well, it's
Or-
not running out of good music, but it's just not. It's
the industry
Yeah.
is changing.
yeah, the industry's changed. Like it's just not popular anymore in the mainstream, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because I think in the underground it's still going strong. There's no difference. Every time you go to metal shows, metal festivals, myriads of people going from all sides of the world. Still super true to the fucking scene for sure. So I don't think it's gonna emerge out of the underground ever again. The golden age has come and gone, but I don't think that stopped it in any way.
Dilly,
It just changed the views.
describe your first festival appearance.
Your first festival appearance?
Mayhem? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because we're talking about this, and it's like it describes that. So you've been to that. You've been to
Yeah.
a festival.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
How'd you feel the first time you walked in there? There's a certain
I was
atmosphere, huh?
nervous.
What made you nervous?
I don't want to be a poser.
Ah, yeah. Cause
So
see,
this fucker
he put
kept
that in
giving
your
me
head.
shit.
Really?
Yeah. But that's when he was all
Oh!
goth or whatever the fuck. That's when you remember you used to wear your baggy jeans
The
Trip
rain
pants?
and then with all the
rain
chains.
pants.
And oh my god, it had like 20 chains on it.
Fuck. I
So
never
you
fucked
could
with the
hear
trip
him
pants.
walk from a mile away.
You rock with the trip pants?
And
Oh,
then he
shit.
had his
Oh
long
yeah, bro.
hair.
I was straight up like goth up the ass.
Oh,
yes,
fuck.
he was.
So who was that? Well, we'll talk about it when you get on here. But yeah, what made you feel, when did you really feel comfortable in the fest? Like, when did you say, like, okay, this is cool. Like, I want to enjoy it now. Like, that wasn't even in your head anymore, the nervousness.
I think after the meet and greet with
Oh, really?
Suicide Silence.
Was that before the show started?
It was before the main.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it
before you
was-
saw them
yeah.
play.
Because we
Oh,
got
okay.
there early to see the shows on the side,
Ah.
on the other stages, and yeah.
Have you ever seen, that was your first metal show ever, you said, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Have you ever met a metal,
well, like
you hadn't
with
even met a band before.
with like well-known famous bands, that was my first. Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah.
And you know what? Speaking of the underground being underground, I remember once there was a meet and greet also with David Vincent from Morbid Angel when they played back in the day.
Oh shit.
And there was only like 10 people again. Now I'm like, this is
Really?
David Vincent. Like, I understand
Yeah.
Morbid Angel doesn't have the biggest reputation now, but they're still a big part of death metal, which I fucking love Morbid Angel to this day. And I was amazed because I'm like, I thought it was going to be packed because David Vincent has always been one of my favorite vocalists. I haven't listened to the new Morbid Angel albums, by the way. I just want to get that out there. But he still, I think, remains a pretty good, he still has a big reputation in the metal world, even though he wears cowboy hats. But that's besides the point. But yeah.
You're not worried at all thinking that metal might
die. Yeah, for sure.
Because if you ask a younger person,
well, see, what I feel is it might it's been alive. Yeah, it's gonna evolve. I don't think it's gonna completely ever die. Exactly. That's where I was exactly.
But do you think people are ever gonna talk about like how you talk about Morbid Angel?
Oh yes, but not to a big extent. Like it's gonna be a select number of people. I feel like.
But not like.
No.
That's sad.
That's awful. I know. Because eventually, all the greats are gonna be gone. Like it's gonna be a horrible day when I hear like Slayer's not alive anymore at all. Yeah, like when Jeff Hanneman died from Slayer, I was like, oh my god, that was like the end of the world, kind of, because Jeff Hanneman was my favorite member from Slayer, and then he passed away. And it became real. It's like these guys are going to go soon. Like not soon, but one day, And I do wonder about that, like once they do pass away, who knows?
That's sad.
That is. But their music will always live on, for sure. And you can always pass it on.
With the select few, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because you can pass it on, like, for sure. Like, maybe if I ever have kids, which I don't plan to, but that record collection's going to have to go to somebody. Even though I know, Bob, if you're watching this, I said I'd give records to you. And Matt, too. But, yeah. Those records they better be played when I'm gone, so, yeah.
They shall.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Even if metal ever dies, it's still going to be there to listen to anytime you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows? We'll see how it goes. But what else, Dilly? What else from Get Thrash? I think we already covered most of it. Let's see.
I just had a question mark of research of thrash metal.
Oh, and I wrote down on my
And if people are tired of shitty bands.
They're tired, yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of new stuff going on now that I don't fuck with. But, I mean, it is what it is. But there's a lot of new stuff going on that I do fuck with. So, see, it balances out, I feel like.
True.
Like, bands like Watain are still going. They're still pretty fucking underground forever. Yeah, shit like that. There's still bands going. Cannibal Corpse, even. See, a lot of
Jesus saying no.
Is the reason for that because Watain's merchandise is coming out on Topic?
Yeah, but dude, but I'm saying they've been around for 20 years. That's what I'm saying.
What do you think of Hot Topic now?
I don't know. Well, I like their horror shirts, but I walked into Hot Topic for the first time in years, and I mean, Hot Topic's Hot Topic. I don't think
it's changed so much.
Yeah, like
compared to when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like now you see all this anime stuff, which I know Juice loves.
Yeah, I think eventually they're gonna change their name
and like
their
pop culture
aesthetic,
stuff.
probably.
Yeah.
Because before it was just all about like dark
bands.
shit and just bands, but now it's just like
not even that. More depressing than that. It went from like emo / metal / rock to like trap and like cartoon shit.
Yeah, it
culture, pop
it
culture
evolved.
shit.
Definitely evolved. Burn down, Hot Topic. Did you ever see that South Park episode?
No.
Burn it all the way. Burn down, Hot Topic. Burn it down, Hot Topic. Watch that episode.
No,
You've never seen that? Oh my god, I need to play that for you guys. Please tell me someone has seen that before. But yeah, that's a great episode. Yeah, it's when the goth kids burn down.
Did they ever?
It's gay, quote unquote.
In my time, they would have bands perform there, like local bands.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
At Hot Topic?
Yeah. In McAllen.
What?
Yeah, in McAllen, Texas, they'd have bands come and play in the store.
Is that a thing?
No.
Have you ever heard of Hot Topic having shows?
I don't remember that at all.
Okay, well, I guess it was only in McAllen.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What bands did you see there?
It was local fucking bands.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they would have and then they would pass out flyers. Huh?
Would they like move it aside?
Yeah, they would just move it aside and they perform in the middle.
They were hurting for cash, bro.
That's a fucking trip.
Huh?
They were not local.
They were
Oh, they
local.
were
That's a fucking trip.
And then
though,
they would
man.
pass out flyers and be like, "Oh, performing at Hot Topic like at 5
my
on
God.
Saturday."
That's kind of lame. Not gonna lie. I want to say a popular band actually performed with Hot Topic. Now that I remember, fuck, it's coming back to me. Probably.
And then remember they would play the music videos, and they would put Fuse. And at the time, Fuse was more about rock and metal and
I don't
stuff.
think I
Still do
remember.
it.
Oh, they do? I
No,
don't
but
remember
now
that.
they put like
Fucking Hot Topic.
main music. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Did you ever watch Fuse?
no.
That's how I got into.
Fuse? No, I don't know. What was
No,
that?
it was a music channel, but back
Really?
then they would only play like bands.
VH1.
No, Fuse.
No, I saw VH1. VH1 Classic played a lot of good metal shit. I think they had a metal
Classic.
weekend going on.
Pop-up
yeah.
video was
Fuck
sick.
yeah. Oh, pop-up video? Fuck yeah, that shit was a shit.
But no, yeah, Fuse used to be good. Now I went to.
MTV used to be good.
Yeah,
MTV used to be about
good.
music. It used to be music television.
Remember TRL? That
Yeah, I
shit
remember
was.
TRL.
And then
Yeah.
they would play the top 10.
Yeah. Music,
Whatever.
it's not even music television
No,
anymore.
it's
They should
just
change it to
reality
RTV, like
shows.
reality television, motherfuckers. It's not even about music anymore, right? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are the shows?
I don't
Sex
even
on
know
the
anymore, dude. It's
Beach
been
or
years since I tuned into MTV. I don't even have cable at my place, so.
Oh, true.
Yeah, just
Same.
it's all streaming services now, dude. If you really think about it, yeah.
Don't they just play Ridiculous now?
Yeah,
Like, not
dude.
stop?
Yeah, my family has it at.
Over
Yeah,
and over.
it's like on a constant loop. That fucking show. Even though I like the show. Yeah, Rob Dyrdek's
But
the
not
shit.
like the whole fucking day. Jesus.
Well, whoever's watching MTV all day has problems.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Retired.
Yeah, but MTV coming up with some good shit like Wild Boys and Jackass and shit like that. Fantasy
Oh,
Factory.
yeah.
So yeah, I
Viva
give
La
them
Bam.
credit. Viva La Bam, especially. Yeah, I discovered some good music on those shows. Fuck yeah. Like the first time I heard Angel of Death was in a Viva La Bam episode. I was like fucking 10
Oh,
or
shit,
11.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
And
it,
South Park too.
but
Raining
Jackass
Blood.
shaped a lot of my music
Yeah,
taste.
same here, dude. And the fucking Tony Hawk fucking games. Dude, Tony Hawk got me into suicidal tendencies.
Guitar
Oh,
Hero.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Guitar Hero as
Guitar
well.
Hero.
Yeah, dude.
The
Yeah.
good old days.
But see, games like that, those fuckers kept shit like that alive. Because who the fuck was listening to that in that day? Like, nobody.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Suicidal on the radio.
Especially Guitar
I heard
Hero.
it in a video game. Yeah.
Guitar Hero, you're like, people were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And
They can
that's
play
how.
guitar.
I want to play guitar.
I
Yeah,
know,
that had a
and
big
then they
influence
came
on
out
me
with the
learning guitar
drums,
even.
No, and then the vocal.
The rock band. That was rock
Rock
band.
band.
Yeah. I don't. Is there any like thrash in there? Yeah, there's
Oh,
Slayer for
Slayer.
sure, right? Yeah, the Metallica rock band. Yeah.
Metallica.
They had
Motorhead.
6 songs. on
Yeah, they did. That shit was fun, man. But yeah. It's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I think once let's get back to the thrash thing. One last point I have to say is thrash for sure, slowed down, but it didn't die because there's still a lot of bands, subgenre thrash bands like black and thrash, death thrash, which is different branches.
Different branches.
Yeah,
of
like a lot of
thrash.
good black thrash is like Disaster, maybe even some Destroyer stuff. Destroyer
And it
666
influenced
is
other
black and-
genres, obviously, right?
Yes, definitely. Like black metal, especially
Yeah,
death metal,
I was
even
gonna say
Possessed.
black metal.
This is a big debate. I don't know if you heard of Possessed, but Possessed was a Bay Area band, and their first album, Seven Churches, is a lot of people call it Slate Slap. Oh, hold on. Possessed. I'm not gonna forget. Ready? Slate Slap. Right, here we go. No? Okay. Not yet? Okay. Yeah, Possessed, as I was saying, is considered a first wave of death metal, but we'll get to death metal soon. Possessed, their first album, I think, has always been, to me at least, a thrash metal album, but I can see how it has death metal elements, because it does, like Mike Terrell's playing was death metal, Jeff Bezerra's vocals was death metal. Their second album is thrash as fuck, though, Beyond the Gates, so. But, see, there was shit like that going on. Thrash birthed extreme music, basically. But if you want to go way back, heavy metal did, so. Keep thrash alive, kids. Buy
Yes,
records.
listen to it.
Listen to it. Give your old Sodom records, Creator records,
Show support.
Destruction records, and Tankard records. I don't have any Tankard records or Sodom. Actually, I do have a Sodom record now. But please give your vinyl a spin and give thrash a listen. Actually,
Yeah,
now that we're done.
support.
Yeah, please
And
support.
if you like a band,
Yeah, we
buy
want-
a CD or
Yes.
buy their vinyl.
Support the bands,
Yeah.
especially, even if you can only listen on Spotify, because anything helps for sure. But keep thrash alive, get thrash till death. I gotta say.
Yes.
I think we're gonna get ready for our next segment. Is that shit ready? Is that shit ready or no? Yeah, bring it on. Let's do it. I hope you guys have been enjoying this pepper segment because we're about to die on this show, I should say.
If you guys go die, me and Juice will take over.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Juice, are you ready to go? Do you want to join in here? Yo, welcome back to the Vinyl Corner. I don't know what to call this yet, so this is just the vinyl segment for now. Anyway, it's a pretty good episode, and it's about to get even crazier, mark my words. And as you can tell, we went with a new tint, I guess you could say, with the whole black and white thing. I mean, it's episode 666, so it's got to be special. But kind of debating whether I should keep this in black or in white or not. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. Guess maybe if I reach over and, just kind of, or should I? Well, no, yeah, because I have colored vinyl. So yeah, fuck black and white. We're in color for this one, guys. All right, we're in for some really good ones here. I have nothing but black thrash lined up, at least mostly black thrash. Yeah, for the most part. So hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am, because I'm looking at the first one I'm going to talk about, and I'm already going to... Whew. I decided I'm going to talk about the records as a whole now instead of just the B-sides. But the spirit of the segment is still there. Please listen to your records in their entirety. Anyway, let's move on. I got fucking lucky with this copy. I don't know how I snagged it, especially this year. I got it this year from Nuclear War Now Productions. Please support your record labels, guys. Yeah, Nuclear War Now released this back in 2007, and somehow I was able to snag a copy. I guess Yosuke had an extra copy somewhere, and he just put it on for sale for $30, which was a fucking steal for this one, because apparently, according to Discogs, it's ultra limited. This is Satan's Cross by the almighty Nocturnal motherfucking Graves. I mean, simply by just looking at this cover, I mean, look at this. It just yells, screams blasphemy, you guys. And even though back here it says bestial death metal, don't let that fool you. This is bestial fucking thrash from the pits of fucking hell. And here's the gatefold, which when the Demons Feast really reminds me of this gatefold, because When the Demons Feast is a killer fucking track. I think my favorite track from the B-side. Talks about fucking desecrating the lambs of God and shit and eating angels. All the fucking good stuff you want. But let's get to the highlight of this record, which is the color of it. Beautiful printed inner sleeve. Lyrics there. Pics of the guys. And I think JR, before I get to the vinyl, I think JR, the vocalist for Nocturnal Graves, it says on the credits here that he only played the bass, but I think he played the guitars as well. And yeah, but I'm not sure, because here it says guitars on this album by E, but for the longest time I always thought JR, Jaro, whatever you want to call him, played that. I mean, played the guitars and the bass and the vocals on this album, but I don't know. I really haven't found that out, but that kind of threw me off. Anyway, printed inner sleeve with the lyrics and the pick of the band, pick of the band on the other side. Let me show you guys this beautiful fucking record here. Nice translucent red, straight from the pits of NWN Productions. So fucking beautiful, you guys. It is ultra rare, as I said, and I never expected to grab a first pressing, I guess, of this album. Apparently, it was only available if you ordered wholesale. I don't know if you ordered this record wholesale, you got it, but yeah, I don't even think it was for sale when it first came out. But fucking amazing, amazing fucking record. Black and thrash from Australia. Very in the vein of Destroyer 666. Many people compare them, many people don't. Many people say they're even better than Nocturnal Graves. Do I agree with that? No. But they are very, very close competition. I mean, especially with this other record I'm going to talk about of theirs. But yeah, Nocturnal Graves is the shit. As I said, When the Demons Feast is a fucking killer track on this album. God, I love that fucking track. Yeah, the lyrics are fucking brutal. And of course, Skull Throne, I think from the A side would be great. The opener has a great thrash part on it. So if thrash is your thing, black metal is your thing, please grab Nocturnal Graves' Satan's Cross. Because it's just a masterpiece. I mean, just looking at it, I just can't believe I still own this one. I mean, even holding it, it just feels heavy, like heavy duty. Fucking beautiful record. Nocturnal Graves, if you really like Destroyer 666, has never heard these guys, please do. And they have one of the coolest fucking logos of all fucking time. Oh, I forgot to show you the poster. I'm an idiot. Ah, man, beautiful. And I should mention, for those of you who don't know, as if this band needs any more credibility, JR used to be in Destroyer 666. He played in the Satanic Speed Metal EP, Holy Fuck, and Phoenix Rising. I think maybe my second favorite album of Destroyer. God, that fucking album. Australia's just bred for metal, don't you guys think so? But yeah, Nocturnal Graves, JR plays in fucking Destroyer with those 2 albums, so check that out. Now, this album does not get much praise. I think those of you who are Nocturnal Graves fans know what I'm talking about. And this is their sophomore album, From the Bloodline of Cain. And speaking of, lead guitar on this album, Shrapnel, his fuck himself. Those of you who know Destroyer 666 know the name Shrapnel. I mean, come on. And speaking of Phoenix Rising, I still hope one of you out there, by chance, I know no one does, but hey, you never know. Does anyone know where I can find the lyrics to Ride the Solar Winds from Phoenix Rising? That's one of the greatest songs ever written, and Shrapnel wrote it. But that's the only song with lyrics missing, man. I'm like, what the fuck? And it sounds brutal too, which I'm even more pissed about, but whatever, I guess I'll never know. It's always been on my bucket list to learn the lyrics to that song. Anyway, I digress. But we're on point here because Shrapnel, like I said, plays the leads on here. And holy fucking shit, you guys. This album just does not get enough praise in my opinion. It is one of the best. I think, dare I say, better than Satan's Cross by a long shot. The guitar work is just chaotic, frantic, heavy, black and thrash as fuck. And the fact that it has Shrapnel on it is just fucking amazing. By the Reaper's Scythe, the Earth's Last Rites. And just look at that album artwork. Fucking beautiful. Ascension Through Lucifer's Might, which is always one of my favorite ones, but not my favorite song. For sure, that's got to be The Great Adversary. Oh my God. Before I get to the record, if you haven't heard this band, guys, I'd say start with Satan's Cross, but if you want to just jump to it and go into From the Bloodline of Cain, I think you should go straight to The Great Adversary. I think that's one of the greatest songs ever written, especially when it slows down toward the end. It's fucking powerful. Anyway, I think this came out on Hell's Headbangers a few years ago. Beautiful fucking gold black swirl. Just amazing. I think it came out about, I want to say 5, 7. Doesn't have the year. Yeah, like 2013, 2014 around there. But yeah, Hell's Headbangers never disappoints, guys. And look at the fucking poster in this fucking thing. I've never hung this because I've never had a frame for it. But I kind of like that it doesn't have the logo on it. I've always loved that because the artwork is just fucking stunning for this piece. And Ascension Through Lucifer's Might really actually reminds me of the album artwork because of that fucking line, the specific line I said, by the Reaper's Scythe, the Earth's Last Rites. Here's the lyric sheet. Even the handwriting is just chaotic. Man. God, this album, it's been a while. But if you guys aren't convinced by The Great Adversary, which you're insane if you're not, I say listen to The Great Flame, The Conqueror's Flame. The Great Flame. The pick slides in that song. The pick sliding, of all fucking things, the pick sliding is what got me in this fucking song. But yeah, it also slows down. Another one that slows down. And oddly enough, it's also track 3 on side A. So track 3 on side A and track 3 on side B are my favorites. But this album just does not get enough praise in my opinion. And it should, because it has Shrapnel for one on lead guitars. JR again, fucking kicking ass. Just an amazing record. Please get around to listening to it. I don't know where you can snag a copy. I'm sure Discogs has a copy, but I have not kept up with the pricing of it. And it came out a while ago. I don't know what it was limited to, but I just immediately jumped on it back in the day. I've had this record for years now, and I don't know what took me so long to talk about it. But I'm just glad I finally did. At least I don't think I talked about it. It's been a while, but I'm definitely sure I haven't talked about this one because I would have remembered. But yeah, The Conqueror's Flame. Fucking great. And I think for sure the riffing is way more chaotic and way more blackened in this one, which is what I love. and not really in the vein of Destroyer, might I add, but definitely similar. And like I said, many people have said, or I have heard people say, not many people, but some people have said that Nocturnal Graves is better than Destroyer, which are very big words, but hey, it's fair because these guys aren't fucking around. I haven't gotten around to listening to their new one. I think it came out in 2018 called Titan or something, but I haven't listened to that one at all. Shrapnel's also in it, so I'm fucking up by not listening to it. But I kind of want to just get the record. I just want to blind buy it, you know? I haven't listened to it at all because these two are just fucking great. If you guys can get a copy of these, I highly recommend it. And for episode 666, it's so fitting to talk about these. So I guess I'm glad that I didn't talk about this one back in the day. Ooh, this one. Sorry, my fucking camera's reversed. So, but yeah, listen to these records. Black Thrash from Australia, some of the best work that I've ever heard. So yeah, get to it. Oh, a reissue, beautiful as ever. Possessed, Beyond the Gates. Needs no introduction. You guys should all know this fucking record. Now, interesting thing about Possessed, those of you who aren't familiar with the lore of it, of them, I should say. Here's a little story sheet here. Story sheet. I mean, I'm used to saying lyric sheet, but it's kind of like a little history behind the record. I don't know why they put the album artwork there, but hey, purple's my favorite color, and I guess that's why this album has always stood out to me. I fucking love it. Now, back to the Possessed thing I was getting to. A lot of people say that they're death metal. Some people say they're thrash metal. Some people say they're a combination of both. And I agree with the third option. For the longest time, I thought Seven Churches was a thrash album because that's how I was introduced to it. I didn't know any better back then. I was a fucking young kid, barely getting into thrash. So I said, oh yeah, Possessed, fucking thrash album, Bay Area thrash. But now I think it's definitely more in the vein of death metal. I mean, if you're an experienced metal listener, there's no doubt there's death metal influences in there with the tone that Mike Torrell played with, and Larry Lalonde too. And Jeff Becerra's vocals are just death metal as fuck in that album. Whereas this one, I feel like, and The Eyes of Horror, they went more of a thrash route. I mean, it's just clear. Even the production's different. I don't know why, but the Upside Down Cross is gone. I kind of hate that it's gone now on this record. It's missing. But yeah, I think this is way more thrashy, but I still love it. I mean, Phantasm, that's always been my favorite song. It immediately hooks you in with the ah man, the fucking riffing in this album doesn't fuck around. Like I said, the tone isn't as heavy. It has more of a thrashy tone, but that never stopped me from listening to this album. This record it didn't even faze me that the sound was different. I just love Possessed so much. I haven't listened to their new record either. They came out with a new record very recently. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but I haven't heard it at all. I heard it's pretty good. I mean, it's Possessed. Why wouldn't it be? But yeah, if you're not familiar with these guys at all, which is pretty crazy if you're not, I definitely recommend starting with Seven Churches. That album is just iconic. I think the most iconic in Possessed discography and in thrash in general, or death metal. Either way you see it. I honestly don't mind if people say that Seven Churches is death metal or thrash metal. But yeah, Beyond the Gates, great fucking record, great follow-up to Seven Churches. Still love it to this day. Give it a listen. If you're in the thrash mood especially, Beyond the Gates will not disappoint. All right, moving on. Okay, so we started in Australia, went to the States, now we're off to Europe. Back to Germany. Here we go with one of the best debuts of all fucking time. I'm talking about Protector's Golem. This is a monster record, you guys. Thrash from Germany can never go wrong. Hardly ever goes wrong, really, in my opinion. This beautiful High Roller Records press comes with a clear red splatter. Wait, yeah, there we go. I'll show you the labels right. Oh, man. High Roller Records, man, their presses are just fucking phenomenal. Look at this shiny-ass record. The splatters never disappoint. Shout out to High Roller Records, you guys. If you have any records by them or from them in your collection, you know what I mean. They're just stunning to look at. But yeah, anyway, Protector has the riffs, has the speed, has the brutal-ass vocals, bordering on death thrash. Maybe even could be considered a little bit death thrash, especially their later albums. Martin vocalizes, is the vocals in this one. I think Ollie came in Erm the Mad. Yeah, I think in Erm the Mad, there's another vocalist now, which I think is Ollie. But I'm not too familiar with that album, to be honest. But anyway, let me show you guys what it comes with. And of course, High Roller never disappoints with the extras. This beautiful fucking poster here. Comes with an insert and also a picture of the guys. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, this comes with the lyric sheet. Some pictures there, and I think one more thing. Yeah, it's like a postcard kind of thing. Yeah, there's the guys right there. First generation Protector. Man. These guys can play their fucking thrash, you guys. I'm not fucking around. Songs like fucking Megalomania, Apocalyptic Revelations. Fuck the bass line in that goddamn song. Shit. Starts off with World War III, so you know it's just a chaotic song. World War III. I think that's what they say. I'm not sure. But yeah, the fucking bass. Fuck. Heavy as shit. But yeah, man, I think this band doesn't get as much love as it deserves, man. Protector is one of the fucking greats of the German thrash scene, along with Necronomicon. It also doesn't get a lot of recognition. A lot of good bands. Assassin, Protector is one of those fucking titans. Please listen to this record. Don't start with any other ones. Please start with this one because their sound really differs from other albums. Like, let's say, well, I won't say the other one I own, but it's very different from this one. I will show it soon. But yeah, Protector with Golem, Megalomania, Apocalyptic Revelations, especially that one. Apocalyptic Revelations, please, you will not. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, Space Cake features a very, very prominent figure in German metal. Angel Ripper himself. Come on, guys. Space Cake, Angel Ripper. That's the last song on this record, by the way. Fucking crazy ass song. Wait, what are the lyrics? It has a crazy ass. I don't know if they're for sure talking about drugs, but eat the space cake, you'll fucking soar. Oh, it doesn't have the lyrics in this fucking lyric sheet, but yeah, the lyrics are fucking weird in that song. But hey, Angel Ripper sings them. I have no complaints. Great fucking thrash from Germany. Fast, aggressive, and the vocals just fucking sell this album to me every fucking time. Protector with Golem. Great debut. Go get it. Ooh. It's about to get evil in here. Very evil and satanic. This is a press where I kind of want to get another press, so this one just stays the way it is because it's perfect in every fucking way. Cruel Force, The Rise of Satanic Might. One of the most metal fucking albums of all fucking time. I want to say it came out in the last 10 years. The Rise of Satanic Might, man. One of the most evil fucking sounding records out there. Heavy ass tone, brutal ass fucking vocals. God damn, and the record, white as fucking snow. Just look at that. And as if this record wasn't metal enough, they cover Necromancy, which is my favorite track off of the first Bathory record. Necromancy. And if it wasn't even that metal enough, they also have a song called Leather and Metal, which is after Forces of Hades. Yeah, Forces of Hades. Fucking brutal ass song. Has this ooze in there. You know I'm a sucker for ooze in songs. Well, those of you who have seen the channel for sure. God damn it. This doesn't come with any inserts, unfortunately. No lyrics, no anything. It's just straight to the point. Here's some black thrash for you. Satanic ass black thrash from Germany. Blah. And Queen of Heresy. Man. A song about fucking Elizabeth Bathory. So it got even more metal. This album, I'm telling you, Victim of Hellfire is another one. Victim of Hellfire. And of course, the big finisher, March for the Pentagram. Oh my God. Satan's armies are march away. What does it say? Satan's soldiers are gathering under the pentagram. Oh, God damn. The liner notes here say, recorded and mixed under the influence of alcohol, Iron Maiden, hotel desecration, and bitches. These guys know how to fucking party. But being from Germany, I'm not surprised. This album is a fucking killer. Almost straight perfection, if not straight up perfection, not almost perfection. It's such a great listen. The only thing wrong with it is that it's too short. But honestly, I think that's better because I think Overkill is not that great. Not the band, just the term. Just saying. Satanic ass, black thrash from Germany. You can't do wrong with this album at all. And this finish, I'm not sure where I bought it from. Well, it's from High Roller Records as well. But I think I got my copy at Hell's Headbangers, but I'm pretty sure you can't get it there anymore. This record is long gone, guys, but if you can snag a copy, please do so, because it's one of my favorite records of all time, at least in the black thrash genre. And saying looks pretty awfully chilly up there, huh? Yeah. Ah, man, and just the fucking aesthetic of this album is just so powerful, too. Man, High Roller really never disappoints. So fucking great. But yeah, under the influence of alcohol, Iron Maiden, and bitches, can't go wrong. So yeah, Rise of Satanic Might, satanic ass, black thrash, metal from Germany. Go get it. And last, gotta get ready for this one. But certainly not least, woo! Those of you who have followed me on Instagram, by the way, I posted this one earlier. I'm pretty sure those of you who have seen it already know what I'm talking about. My personal page. It's a classic thrash album, technical thrash if you want to get technical about it, no pun intended. It's goes by two names, one band, the almighty Status, and of course the two names being Chemical Exposure and Illusions, which I think it originally was released under. I'm pretty sure I should say that fucking Darren Travis blew out his vocals in this record. He fucking shrieks on this record. It's fucking intense, and the riffing is just chaotic, insane, all over the place in all the good ways. Fucking great. If you have not listened to Sadist, you're fucking up, guys. I'm sorry. Please do. They're titans in the thrash scene. So legendary in the underground. They also don't get as much recognition as I think they do. But I think they do. But I just really don't hear much talk about them nowadays. But just look at this record, guys. Clear with red, green, and black splatter. The labels are just, fucking great. A listenable records press, repress, reissue. Came out this year. I also saw an Illusions record released by Listenable Records listed on Nuclear War Now. I snagged this one off of Hell's Headbangers. Go support. I think you can still grab a copy of this one. So if you can, go get this record now. Please, trust me. And I think they have a Vision of Misery too. Please get this record. But yeah, like I said, Darren Travis, insane vocalist. Steve DiGiorgio of Death and Control Denied fame also even has a bass solo in this fucking record. But yeah, the songs where I think Darren Travis for sure, I think, had to take a breather or drink some fucking water at least. There's Fight or Die is a good one. And Then You Die, for sure. Yeah, And Then You Die and Fight or Die. That's crazy. I never fucking noticed that. Both Die fucking songs. But yeah, And Then You Die, Fight or Die. Those fucking songs, especially Fight or Die. He's fucking screaming the entire time. And you can tell he's just going like this. Like, I always picture his face just going like, ah, which adds to the intensity of the record. Favorite of mine. I've been listening to this record since I was like fucking 16, 17. Certain Death, the classic opener. Certain Death. The undead. Mortality, madness possessed. Feeding on flesh. Ratchet decaying stench. Woo! Alright, last impression of mine. But yeah, this record, a masterpiece of thrash. A masterpiece. And just look at this aesthetic of it. It's great. It just catches your attention. And honestly, it doesn't disappoint you guys. If you are not familiar with Sadist, like I said, super, super fast thrash. Well, not super fast, just very technical. But I think what'll sell you the most is Darren Travis's vocals, because that's what sold me in the beginning. And Swallowed in Black, Vision of Misery, their later ones, Out for Blood. So fucking thrash. Please get these. And of course, being episode 666, I had to show at least 6 records, or just 6 in general, because that is the number of the beast, of course. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are spinning your records very often now that we are home, stuck at home with nothing to do. Might as well spin your wax. Please give him love. And let's go back to the black and white. Let's get back to the show. And trust me, it gets fucking crazy. You lost $100?
How?
I don't know. I had it in my pocket.
Oh my
I
god,
don't know.
George. Do you not have a wallet?
I do. I counted the rest of my hundreds and I'm missing one.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. Are you fucking serious?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm serious.
Oh, you are serious?
Yeah, I'm not joking. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
So, Eric was like, it belongs to the house now.
Belongs to the house indeed. I'm scared about this pepper, not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna die.
You guys are gonna you're gonna eat the whole thing?
He already defrosted, by the way.
Defrosted, I think, what are they called, Dilly? Ghost peppers, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Or
what
is it the Carolina Reaper?
Oh, Carolina Reaper, that's right. Yeah, no. I don't know if it's a type of ghost pepper, but it sounds fucking intimidating.
Dude, you only had like a third of it last time, or less.
And you guys are gonna take one whole?
One whole one.
Man, you guys are fucked.
I know, but you know what? We're gonna do
Get
it.
pumped,
This Stern
get
approach.
pumped.
Yeah, this is Stern Approach 666. We have to burn in hell for this. Just kidding. No, it's episode 6. This one's episode 6.
We just posted 5.
You mother, George here.
What a- Alright, I'm gonna get out of the way.
Okay, no, so here's the thing. You don't need gloves, but as soon as you chew into this, do not touch.
Your eyes or
Yeah,
face.
just don't touch your face.
Okay.
Just.
Don't
Alright,
touch my
I'm
face.
gonna get
Got
out
it.
of the.
All right,
touch any
get
of
over here. Sit across from me, son. All right.
Okay,
Ooh.
Hold up, someone.
Can you
Dilly.
look at this here?
Hold on,
Is
no.
that in focus, George?
George, you can
Yeah.
take care of this one here.
We're doing this again.
This
Oh,
one, this
I'm
one's
gonna
gonna
go lie
suck
on
though.
It's not good, huh?
This one's gonna
This
suck.
isn't good.
Yeah,
Eric.
this-
Chew it as much as you can.
Someone
Okay.
get us waters, please.
Okay.
I need water.
No. I'll
No,
start.
on some
I have
shit.
water here actually, so I'm good.
You can have my water.
Okay, I'm taking this. I'm honestly scared.
Get a toast ready, Rock, because this is gonna be our last toast, bro. Mine's to Satan, because this is gonna.
I'm
be
not
intense.
even gonna have my
I hope you're
glasses
rolling on
on
the
for
Stern
this.
Approach, Dilly, because
Yeah, I am.
this is insane.
We're lying.
Oh shit! Carolina Reaper,
Ready?
guys, to Satan.
To Satan.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god.
Chew on it.
I am.
Fuck no, I swallowed them.
Oh my god.
Fuck
I just
that.
ate a Carolina Reaper.
It's building up. It's not as bad yet. What's that documentary you showed us, Dilly? The What were those?
Champions on Netflix. They were Red Hot Chili
It's
Peppers.
hitting. It's hitting.
so we can't. We have to keep talking.
Look at it. Look at.
Keep
fucking
talking.
Bob's face.
What are you feeling, Rob? Put the fucking mic to your face. We can't be
I'm
quiet.
swallowing. I'm done chewing.
I felt like I didn't chew it enough.
Look at Goro.
Okay, so it's not.
I'm salivating.
Literally, as I said, I feel the pain.
Oh my god.
I'm not drinking water until you do.
Wow. I'm actually doing the same thing. Wait, someone get in here that can talk because we're being too quiet here.
Okay.
Someone needs to
How
talk.
are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Burn.
It burns a lot.
Like how bad on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm feeling the endorphin. I'm feeling high. I'm not gonna lie. I already feel the endorphin rush, and it feels great, but it burns.
I'm crying, but it's worth it because it's for episode 666. But I'm crying. It hurts.
What?
Me and
It
my
hurts.
says it can't be as spicy as Grandma Canoe. Look at Ro, Ro's sweating.
I
Ro's
can
sweating. What do
assure
feel,
you.
Ro? What do you
I can assure you, it is hot.
Think about the hottest thing you've ever had and multiply it by 100.
Someone get me that.
That what?
I'm not gonna drink
That what?
until you drink. I'm gonna battle this out.
Won't milk help them?
I don't know. I gotta breathe. Hold on. Dude, this is serious. Oh my god.
Like you might need to go to the hospital?
No. This is serious.
Look
Not
at the
serious.
veins on Goro.
Oh my god. Your sister says, yo.
Raul's crying.
Eat a hot pepper.
We ate the Carolina Reaper.
Oh, he's stepping away.
No, I'm not.
This sounds like a dumbass comparison.
Put the mic up to your face, you fuck.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Martyrs?
Are you crying?
I think her name is Lucy. The very end scene where she sees the light. No, that's the thing. It's beautiful.
What the fuck about this is beautiful?
It's beautiful.
The fuck? It's like childbirth is beautiful. When people say that, I'm like, what do you mean? The aftermath is beautiful.
He's crying.
it's beautiful. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
To explain, please talk.
it almost feels like the closest I can feel is like the come down from DMT. Not the trip itself, but the come down.
It's gonna be very
I
disgusting.
really
I'm
don't
sorry.
know how to explain it. It's indescribable.
Yeah.
Girls like, what the fuck are you talking?
I'm honestly not listening, but I'll listen later. And they're listening. But yeah, I feel like my insides are literally on fire. I'm crying involuntarily. And we're gonna talk about involuntary something later.
You're sweating,
Oh yeah, it's
Eric,
Alright,
I'm gonna need to buy like 4 of these.
Oh, your sister said Indian. Bless my ass.
I agree. Someone take over because I'm gonna walk outside.
And Rose just taking it.
It sucks. It's like a beautiful pain. I don't know how to describe it.
Look at me, Rose.
Where are you?
Dude, you're soaking.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just
And that's the man that gave it
it's
to
an
me.
experience, but he bitched out I'm drinking water. Fuck
Will
it.
you do it again?
It's not
wait,
over
is this
yet.
Eric right here?
No,
Hold
It's
on.
not over yet.
Wait for
Wait.
it to be over and for the person to then ask that question.
Eric. I feel like I'm making a drug deal right now. I'm honestly gonna buy. I'm gonna like after this. I'm gonna buy 4 from you.
Oh! Goro's throwing up, I think.
Oh my god.
Can I take one of these cameras in there?
Take it. Take that one.
Warning. What you're about to see is pretty fucking gross. If you have a weak stomach or are grossed out by vomit, you're about to see a lot of it. Those of you ready to go along for the ride, stick around. But for you snowflakes out there, here's a countdown. 8, 7, 6, 6, 6, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned.
Goro, what happened?
That's exactly what happened.
Oh shit, dog! A lot of people are gonna be bad on Snap.
Oh, fuck. Don't turn around, Goro.
It's bad.
Look at the shit.
It's so bad.
I'm glad I brought the camera out here.
It's bad. Can someone bring me a napkin?
Someone get him a napkin. On top of the fridge.
It's so bad. It's so bad, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, I got him for you.
That's disgusting.
Ah.
Oh, it stinks.
Oh.
Just keep dirt over it.
I got it.
Dude, I got the whole thing too.
Oh God. That's seriously the worst thing I've ever done.